who's your favorite character when it comes to design? Jotaro. Ooh, you're a JoJo. Yo. Yo, shout out to the JoJo series, bro. Oh my, they have some good character designs. Even though like the art style really isn't for me. The entire like JoJo series, they have some banging character designs. But for me, yeah. Oh, that's easy. Well, one is like Cat. I mentioned this like last stream or like a stream. It's in my highlights. Cat from Gravity Rush. She has a legit like awesome design. Like the whole series has like great designs, but like Cat in particular is one of my favorites. At least one of my recent favorites. If I actually just pull her up so you see, I have the art book. What am I doing? Wait, do I have the art book? I have the art book somewhere. Gravity Rush. Like off the top of my head, because she's literally right there. So that's why like I said Cat first, because like I see her right there. But her design is like legit like good. So like here she is. Let me get a like actual like picture of like what she looks like. And I don't know, like the reason I like it so much is because like it's super simple, but I don't know, it just works. It's interesting. That's one thing. It's like super like I don't know. Like if I pulled it up in Clip Paint, actually, let me just like do like a low-key like examination of this character design. Like first of all, the colors. Like the like blacks, like I like the blacks. The blacks and golds. Those are like they just work. Well, then again, black works with anything. So if you have black in your character design, you can just ball out on any other secondary color. So in this case, like the black and even in her hair, like the black and gold really works together. I like the scarf, and I think the scarf works really well because like in the series, like she spends most of her time in the air. Like she's literally like shifting gravity. So like the scarf really helps accentuate the fact that she's weightless. Like she's just floating. So adding this scarf, I think super duper important in this series, considering the fact that she's always like legit like flying in the air. Is this one where she's like floating? Like she's always like on walls. Like she's always not on the floor, basically. So the fact that there's a scarf to just show that like the wind is moving and things are moving around her, I think that is very, very, very important. And just like these things, like in this case, like I'm not sure if they serve a purpose, to be honest. I think it's just like in her world, like they would have things like this because it's like a low-key like semi-fantasy world. I said fantasy. Semi-fantasy world. But like I think these really help because they could have just like made it so that it's just her legs or whatever. They could have just easily done that. But if they did, it would have been like not necessarily boring, but low-key boring. This just looks, I don't know. Whoops. Let me lock this layer. I don't know. I don't know. Like if she was just like this, I don't think the design would be like super duper. Like it'll still be good, obviously, but like there needs to be something here. It looks too bare. It looks too empty. So I think the fact that they added these things, I think it helps just fill the space. Because sometimes you need design elements to help other design elements. So she would have this top. She would have this scarf and this little bandana thingamajig. And these like, what do you call these? Like, I don't know, shin guards. I don't know. These things, whatever. Like all these things will still be present. But then it's like, you know, so having this, there's no like maybe like story reason or like personality reason, but there is an there's a character design reason, I should say. This helps the design because it fills in this just absent space that would be her legs. So that's another thing to consider, is having design elements help other parts of the design in the character. So the purpose might not be like directly connected to the character, but the purpose could be connected to the overall look of the character. So I think this is one example to where like she could have just been like pure legs, but adding this really helped. And it relates to everything else. Like they're here. You see them everywhere else. Like, so it's not like they just threw this on. Like it still relates to everything else on her design. So I think Cat would be one of my favorite designs. I was going to say Sora, but Sora got issues. Sora from Kingdom Hearts. That boy got fashion issues.